How good? It's been nearly 10 years since we've seen this rivalry in the Premier League. How good to see it back.
Yeah, well, you hear all the fans all week on Sky. They're always talking about this game. It was the first thing they ever looked for. Granit Xhaka, I saw an interview of him, and as soon as he came into Sunderland, it was a little bit of a surprise that he went to Sunderland. But I think we can all say that he's been one of the signings, if not the signing of the summer. He's been absolutely magnificent for him. But he knew he had to look out for this fixture, and it's coming. Here it is. It's upon us. It'd be an unbelievable atmosphere there. It'd be a wonderful game of football. You've got two teams who are obviously Sunderland, I think, are overachieving at the moment. Obviously, the African Cup of Nations is going to hit them hard with some players who are moving. And Newcastle players, they've been there long enough to know this is an important game. You know, they've been waiting for their neighbours to come up. They finally come, and it's arrived, and it's one we're certainly going to tune into.
And we'll talk, Dorse, about what might constitute success this season for Sunderland, also the AFCON impact as well. So it's going to be sizable, as Tim's already talked about there. But they did meet, of course, in the FA Cup third round the season before last on Wearside. It was a comfortable 3-0 win for Newcastle United on that occasion. It was a young Sunderland side. But the Sunderland side they're going to meet tomorrow on Wearside. How different a beast?
Completely different. And the confidence that this Sunderland team has got, certainly at the Stadium of Light, unbeaten in the Premier League, incredible. Surprised an awful lot of people. It certainly surprised me. 10 points above the relegation zone at this moment in time. Régis Lebris, the job he's done since he's got promoted. And it was a surprise when they went up through the playoffs, but they've recruited so well. I mean, you talk about Granit Xhaka, the keeper, Robin Roof, has been so instrumental in this. The defenders that have come in, Ronaldo at left back. I just look all the way through the team from the spine. They've gone and looked at players and gone, right, we need an improvement. This is a big step up in the Premier League. And there's been moments, there's been games where they've been very fortunate. I look at them going away to Crystal Palace, they were very lucky. Nottingham Forest, lucky. But sometimes you have to ride that wave. When you're a newly promoted team and you get a little bit of momentum, you get some belief, and tomorrow, these fans, it will be electric. This is going to be a tough game for Newcastle, and probably at the start of the season, those Geordies will be thinking, right, we're going to Sunderland, we won't be behind, we'll always be ahead in the Premier League. Well, not at this moment in time. It'll be a great game.
Merce, we just showed that graphic of their home form. It's impressive. We knew their home form was going to be absolutely key to what they do this season. They're still unbeaten. They picked up the 4 wins as well. But the interesting thing is, in 5 of those 7 Premier League games at home so far this season, they've been behind and always got something. So even if tomorrow Newcastle come at them, get an early lead, you'd never discount them.
No, 100% not. 100%. And the crowd are right behind them. The place is rocking at the moment. And they're watching a good football team. They're watching a very, very good football team. This is not luck. You know, they're not where they are through luck. They've been outstanding. They've been very good at home. You know, when they played them in the Cup, what was it, a couple of years ago, Newcastle won.
Yeah, season before last.
Yeah, I mean, Newcastle just had to make sure they brought their boots that game. That ain't the case this week. This is a proper heads or tails football match, and that's a massive compliment to Sunderland, because Newcastle are a good team, but they will have to turn up and perform. If they don't play well, Newcastle won't win this game. But if Newcastle play well, then they win.
Yeah, and we'll talk about Newcastle after the break. But in terms of the AFCON impact, Clinton, that Tim's already mentioned, I mean, no side in the Premier League is going to be more affected than Sunderland. These are the players that we know are going. And listen, you can say to the club, well, they knew this at the start of the season, but 6 are going. The likes of Diarra is going to be playing for Senegal. Simon Adingra has been left out of the Ivory Coast squad, so he stays behind. But in terms of where they're going to feel it most...
In midfield, Sadiqi's been outstanding.
Particularly alongside Xhaka,
yeah,
hasn't he?
He's been brilliant. He's helped. Xhaka just keeps it ticking over. He's the legs. He does all the running. He's very good on the ball. He goes up and plays for Congo. He's been outstanding, to be fair. Ronaldo and Dorse alluded to him. He's played nearly every game at left-back. He's been brilliant. Bertrand Traore is coming to the team. Diarra's had a bit of an injury, but I think he's coming back Senegal international, so they'll miss that. But the one in particular that stands out is Sadiqi. I think he's been brilliant alongside Granit Xhaka, so they will miss his legs and his all-round ability in midfield. It's a huge blow. But so these players are going to play for their country in the AFCON. But Sunderland knew that when they signed these players, but the start they've made has been fantastic.
And they didn't know that that was a tough run of fixtures for those players. But the flip side of it is, for the likes of Adingra, where it has been frustrating so far, it's a chance to step up, isn't it?
Yeah, and for other players that they've got in the squad who did get them promoted that have had to sit on the bench, but you need to sign quality. It gives them an opportunity.
Well, Dan Neil's one, isn't he? Last season's
Dan
captain.
Neil has not been playing. You've got young Chris Rigg as well, who will be on the bench, who'll be looking to get a few starts. So, yeah, as I say, it's a good opportunity, but I think Sunderland have done brilliant, and the manager's been outstanding. But they will miss those players because those players have been top for them.